Hello and welcome to College Readiness 101. My name is Rogelio Ruiz and I am an Educational Outreach Executive Coordinator with Access ASU. Today we're going to be talking about three different things. Today I'm going to go over our university admissibility, how do we have success in high school, and lastly, how do we pay for college? So let's get started. Part one, university admissions. So before I jump into the presentation, here's some just food for thought. It says, according to one estimate, by the year 2028, there will be 19 more million jobs for educated workers than there will be qualified people to fill them. Businesses want to hire people who know how to think and solve problems. So personally, I can tell you that by getting an education, you're not only going to be more marketable, but it's also providing you with those skills. So those critical thinking skills, those presentation skills. So those are definitely some additional skills that are important to you, especially for those of you that are going to be graduating in the next 4 years and then perhaps going into a college or a university. True or false? The grades you earn in your classes during your first few years of high school do not really matter when you apply to a college or a university. So what do you think? Do you think that is true or do you think that that is false? So that is false. Every grade counts. So we want you to think about, your high school transcript. So with every class that you take, every class that you pass or every class that you fail will make or break your transcript. So it would make or break your final grade point average. So again, we encourage our students to earn the highest grades possible in every single class, every single year. And just to give you an example, the higher grades equals the higher your grade point average or your GPA. So for every A that you receive, that will count as a 4, every B counts as a 3, every C counts as a 2, and so forth. So as a former high school counselor, I can tell you that a lot of my students would oftentimes come to me and they would say, Mr. Reese, I wish I would have done freshman year differently, or my grades now in junior and senior year, I have all A's and B's. But again, because their GPA was so low during their freshman and sophomore years, these students then did not have the grades to be admissible to a university. So when it comes to the universities, these are the basic admissions requirements. So the first one is that you graduate from high school. So it says high school graduation requirement. The second one is our competency requirement. And lastly, our aptitude requirement. So don't worry if you're not really sure what competency and aptitude mean, because I'm going to go over with you what we mean by competency and aptitude requirement. So our high school graduation requirements versus our university entrance requirements. So just so you know, within every high school, there are certain courses that you need to meet in order for you to receive a high school diploma. And so every high school diploma, every high school in the state of Arizona is a little bit different. So I know that in this presentation it says 22, but I encourage you to check with your counselors or check online how many credits you need to graduate from your particular high school. But if you're thinking about going to a university, and just so you all know, Arizona State University, Northern Arizona University, and the University of Arizona, we all have the same admissions requirements. So these 16 core classes that you see right now on this presentation are the exact 16 core classes that all three of the in-state universities will ask. Oftentimes in my presentations, I also hear, what about GCU? So just so you know, GCU is also a university in the state of Arizona, but they are not part of our three public universities. So going back into the presentation, so if you're thinking about going to a university, ASU, NAU, U of A, straight out of high school, you do need to have 4 years of English, and it has to be composition or literature based. We do need 4 years of math. And again, that here it gives you an example. So an example is Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, and an advanced course. So that advanced course can be pre-calculus, AP calculus, trigonometry, whatever you're looking at your classes, whatever your school offers. For biology, we do need, again, lab-based science. So biology, chemistry, earth science, physics, anatomy, these are all examples. Social sciences. So we do need 2 years of a social science, and one of them also has to be American history. So as far as our foreign language, I know that a lot of the times when you take a foreign language, it counts as an elective, but our three in-state universities, we are looking that you take 2 years of the same language. And again, 2 years of the same language. And then finally, we do need you to take a fine art or a CTE class. So these are the 16 core classes that we are looking that our students complete versus, the high school graduation, which again, it will vary depending on the district or the school that you attend. When it comes to our aptitude requirements, again, ASU, NAU, and U of A, we are looking that you not only have your high school diploma, you have the 16 core classes, but you have to meet one of the 4 aptitude requirements. Again, one of the 4. So the first requirement is if you have a 3.0 unweighted GPA in those 16 core classes, then you are on track to be admissible to the universities. If you're ranked in the top 25% of your graduating class, you are on track to be admissible to the university. And then lastly, we have 2 college entry exams. So the first one is the ACT, and traditionally, most of our districts will offer the ACT for students during their junior year for free. So the score that we are looking at is a 22 out of 36. As far as the SAT, the score that the ASU, NAU, and U of A, we're looking at a 1,120 out of 1,600. So again, students can retake the ACT or the SAT. If you qualify for free or reduced lunch, you can receive up to 2 fee waivers in the 4 years that you are in high school. So again, make sure that you also study prior to taking the exams and that you also register. Part 2, high school success. Honors classes. So when it comes to honors classes, most of the time, honors classes are offered in your core subjects, such as honors English, honors math, honors world history. So these courses are going to be a lot more challenging. So maybe you might see that you do have a lot more homework for honors math versus, your student who is taking regular math. But the biggest thing is that these courses are also geared to prepare you for college level work. So one of the things that we want our students to know is that you can actually start earning college credit while you're in high school. 2 programs that can help you with that are dual enrollment and advanced placement, or AP. When it comes to dual enrollment, students have the opportunity to take certain high school classes and not only earn high school credit, but you can also earn college credit. So dual enrollment, how it works, it is a partnership between the high school and either the community college or the university. So oftentimes, I have heard of students who are taking English 101, English 102, or college algebra, psychology 101 in the high school. So again, just be mindful and make sure that you also check in with your school to see what dual enrollment classes are offered at your high school. When it comes to advanced placement, so students can take the AP exam after taking the AP class. So again, the AP classes are going to be college level courses, and the student must take the AP exam in order for you to receive the college credit. So for example, if a student receives anywhere from 3 to a 5, 5 being the highest, the student can earn a significant amount of college credits. So here are some of our benefits for taking advanced placement courses. So with advanced placement courses or AP classes, they are going to prepare you for college level work. They're geared to help you improve your critical thinking skills. You're going to have the ability to develop good study habits. It will also allows you the opportunity to strengthen your college application. So a lot of our colleges and universities, our scholarships, this is an opportunity for you to share that you've taken challenging courses. And lastly, it will broaden your horizons. So getting involved. One of the things that we encourage our students to do is volunteer and or community service. So again, a lot of our colleges, a lot of our universities, they are going to be looking at the overall student scholarships as well. So we encourage you to, if you're able to, volunteer or do community service. So again, if you're not sure where to start, I encourage you to have that conversation with your counselors or see what kind of resources your schools already offer. We want our students to, join a school club. I know that a lot of schools have their club fair at the beginning of the academic year, but again, that doesn't mean that you cannot join a club. So we encourage you to find a club that fits you. And if you feel like there's not a club for you, know that you can always start your own club. And all you really need is a group of people that are interested and an advisor. In addition, we want you guys, if you're able to play a sport. And, one of the things with volunteering, joining clubs, playing a sport, it does require a lot of time management. But again, this is also preparing you for college. And one of the things that we encourage you all to do is, do all three of these things, because when it comes to applying for scholarships, we're not just going to be looking at the overall top student. I mean, those are for merit-based scholarships, but these other scholarships that students can earn can also be based on their involvement. What were the things that they did those 4 years that they were in high school? So again, this is the opportunity for you to get involved. So take charge. I think this is probably one of the most important things that we need to encourage our students to do. So again, enrolling in the right courses. So you all just saw what are the 16 core classes that you need in order for you to be admissible to the university. So as you're working with your counselor, making sure that you do have those 16 core classes. Envision yourselves in college. So a lot of our colleges, a lot of our high schools will do campus trips. So if they have a campus visit to ASU, if they have a campus visit to NAU, wherever that might be, we encourage you to, take advantage of those opportunities, because that can be an opportunity for you to see if you really envision yourselves at that particular college or university. So find support. This is very crucial, as we need to think about, who are those people, who are our allies, who supports us 100%. So if you have a teacher, if you have a coach, if you have a counselor who believes in you, continue to build those relationships, because when it comes to applying for scholarships, when it comes to applying to universities, when it comes to applying for programs, you're going to need letters of recommendation. So we encourage you to find those teachers or individuals that can speak highly of you. Make informed decisions. So every decision that you make can either make or break you. So, think about it. Is this decision that I'm about to take, is this going to help me move me towards my goal or move me away from my goal? Meet with your counselors regularly. So again, this is something that's very, very crucial. We want you to know who your counselors are, and then again, have those conversations with them, because our counselors have a lot of great information. So we just want to make sure that we are not missing out on opportunities. So listen to your announcements at school. I know right now we don't have school, but have the opportunity whenever there are announcements, if they're posting anything on social media from your school about certain programs, take advantage of those resources. And then lastly, if your school has a career center, take advantage of that. So the next part is college affordability, which is my favorite. So when it comes to ASU, Arizona State University, we have a specific program that is unique to ASU. It is called the President Barack Obama Scholars Program. So the way that the Obama Scholars Program works is that you have to be an Arizona resident, first-time freshman. So first-time freshman means that you are coming directly from high school to the university. You have to be enrolled as a full-time student, degree-seeking student as well. You have to meet all of the competency and one of the aptitude requirements. So again, the 16 core classes and one of the 4 aptitude requirements: GPA, class rank, ACT, or SAT scores. And then the other thing, in order for you to qualify for this program, is you have to have a FAFSA submitted by January 15th. So it is important as you get into your senior year that you look at timelines or deadlines. And so with the Obama Scholars, you have to submit your FAFSA before January 15 and an ASU application before January 15. The FAFSA will open October 1st of your senior year. So again, every October 1st, when you get to your senior year, you have the opportunity to start completing the FAFSA. The family income has to be $42,400 or less. So again, as long as you meet these requirements, you will be eligible for the Barack Obama Scholars Program. And the Obama Scholars Program, it covers up to tuition, room and board, and books. So please know that this is not a full ride scholarship, but it will help you in those 3 areas. The other program that ASU has is called the College Attainment Grant, or as we refer it sometimes as CAG. So very similar to the Obama Scholars Program, it is open to Arizona resident, first-time freshmen. You have to be a full-time degree-seeking student. Your FAFSA has to be submitted by July 1st of your senior year. So right after you graduate, that's the last, July 1st is the last month that you can submit it, but the earlier that you can submit it, the better. And you have to be eligible to receive a federal Pell Grant. So the federal Pell Grant is determined by the application, the FAFSA application. So it's going to be based on your family income and the number of people in your household. One thing that I forgot to mention before I go into Raise.me, with Obama and the College Attainment Grant, both of these programs are renewable for 4 years, but you do need to make sure that you are meeting the renewal criteria. So going into the next slide, we have also something called Raise.me. So Raise.me is not specific to ASU. Raise.me is a different organization. What they do is they award student based on certain criteria. So you will be earning micro scholarships, and again, students can go, they can create an account. So the account or the website is raise.me/join/ASU. Again, I just want to reiterate that this is not specific to ASU, and students can create a profile. And what they do is they start to collect certain money for doing specific things. So for example, if you earn an A in a core class, you can earn up to $150. For doing community service, for every hour of community service, you can earn up to $8. And then for doing a campus visit, you can earn up to $750. So again, this is just an example of what Raise.me can do for you. And the one thing is that we encourage specifically our freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to create a Raise.me account. So start looking for scholarships. This is very important, and it's important to know that not all of our scholarships are just for seniors. So as a freshman, as a sophomore, as a junior, you can technically be applying for scholarships. So I want to inform you about two great resources. The first one is fastweb.com. So when you go into fastweb.com, you can create a profile, and based on your profile, based on your interest, Fastweb will email you different scholarship opportunities that you can apply to. The other resource is the College Depot, located at the Phoenix Public Library. So College Depot is located in the second floor of the Phoenix Public Library. I know that our libraries are closed at this moment, but students can still visit the website. They can do virtual appointments, and College Depot will provide you resources from how to pay for college, looking at scholarships, helping you fill out your FAFSA if you haven't already done so. So please know that they have a lot of great resources. So when it comes to applying for scholarships, we encourage our students to constantly check your emails and also to be patient. Other thing to consider is that scholarships are not just for the A students or the students with the high GPA. So please know that there are so many different types of scholarships, from athletic scholarships to community service scholarships, so scholarships specifically for first generation, scholarships specifically for students interested in a specific field. So again, just be mindful that there are so many different scholarships out there for you. And the last thing to consider is that you can apply to scholarships not only while you're in high school, but also while you're in college. So other resources that I want to make you aware of, Me3. So ASU created a application called Me3. So it's a career application. So what you do is you create a profile and then you play a picture game. So based on this picture game, you have the opportunity to see 3 potential careers. And from those 3 potential careers, you compare them to a specific major at ASU. College Readiness, again, other presentations that we encourage you is knowhowtogo.acnet.edu. They have a lot of different resources, opportunities. If you have a family member or if you yourself identify as an undocumented student, please know that there's also resources for you. Dream Zone is a department within Access ASU, and they have a lot of different links, a lot of resources, opportunities that students can apply to or be informed with. And then as you get into your senior year of high school, know that every single high school in the state of Arizona has a representative. So you can go into admissions.asu.edu/findmyrep, and you will see who the rep that is affiliated with your school. So summer school and programs. So, please know that a lot of our high schools offer summer school. And within our summer school, it is, students can either make or gain classes. Access ASU, our department also has signature summer programs. So Barrett Summer Scholars, Summer Experience at West, the Cesar Chavez Leadership Institute, and not only just ASU, but there are so many different programs that also exist within our other universities. So again, we are encouraging you to apply to these summer programs. If you are a student that is interested in becoming a college-bound athlete, again, just be mindful that you do need to meet the criteria for the university, and then you also need to register with the NCAA Center the beginning of your sophomore year. So that is the criteria eligibilitycenter.org. So again, the other thing, if you are a student athlete and you're thinking about playing at a collegiate level, make sure that you're also having those conversations with your coaches, with your teachers, with your mentors, with your counselors. So the last thing that I want to leave you with, that this is your future and you are in charge. So no matter who is giving this presentation, no matter if it's your teachers, no matter if it's your parents, we can only support you. But at the end of the day, this is your future and you are really in charge of where you want to go or where you want to be. So the last thing is, if you have any questions, you can always contact Access ASU. So our website is eos.asu.edu/access. If you want to email us, it's accessasu@asu.edu, and that is our office number, 480-965-6060. You can also stay connected with us via social media. So we do have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or Snapchat and Access ASU. And again, if you have any questions specifically to me, my name is Rogelio Ruiz, and you can email me at rogelio.ruiz@asu.edu. Thank you so much for being part of this presentation. And again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Have a great rest of your day.